to you. Do you feel as though there's too much on your plate? A lot going on, but at the same time not really much? It's more so a lot going on in your head. Does the mind feel cloudy, fogged up? Do you feel as though you have no clarity, possibly overwhelmed or stressed? Make a to-do list. Physically write out all the tasks that need doing. I call to-do list, whether written using good old pen and paper or a digital version, my second brain. The second brain I am able to visualize. I can see what's happening in my first brain. It feels like a physical brain. My second brain gives me clarity. Once you have all the tasks written out, tick them off one by one, especially because it will give you a sense of accomplishment and will enable you to keep track of what's being done and what needs to get done. If you have a whole lot of tasks that need doing, or maybe you don't know where to start, consider using the Eisenhower principle, aka Eisenhower's matrix. Before we discuss the principle, let's define a couple of phrases. Urgent activity. They demand immediate attention and it is imperative to complete them because not dealing with them will have immediate negative consequences. They are usually associated with achieving someone else's goals. We often concentrate on them. Immediate tasks contribute to your long-term mission, values and goals. They may not yield immediate results, but they have high long-term value. So now that we know what these terms mean, draw out the priorities matrix. Headings in the top row should be labeled as urgent or not urgent, and the ones on the left should be labeled as important and not important. Categorize all the tasks that you have into one of these 4 quadrants or categories. Any tasks which need to be done immediately under super important, get them done ASAP. Any tasks which are not urgent, so they don't need to be done immediately, but they are still very important, schedule the task into your week or even your day. Any tasks which are urgent but not important, delegate it if possible. This will mean less stress for you and in a way less work for you to achieve your goals, because it will mean you can do more work which is important for you. Any tasks which are not urgent and not important, eliminate them. Make sure you set boundaries so people aren't piling things up on you. And also set boundaries for yourself so you're not overwhelming yourself. So using a priority ladder, the tasks which are of priority will be those classed or those categorized in important and urgent. The next priority would be important and not urgent. Thereafter, not important and urgent. Don't do the task yourself if possible, i.e. delegate. And finally, the least of our priorities would be any tasks which are not important and not urgent. Now, this matrix will help you prioritize your tasks. Get the important and urgent tasks done ASAP, and if possible, first thing in the morning. If you have many tasks in this category and you're feeling overwhelmed, or maybe you're stuck in a rut, give yourself the leeway to complete at least one task. Do something, even if only one thing. Let's say there's a toad you must eat every morning, where the toad represents the task we must complete. Actually, our toad's halal. That's kind of gross. Let's say rabbit. Rabbits are halal, but they're too cute to be eaten. Okay, let's say we must free a rabbit every morning. If not, we need to eat it. Actually, let's go back to the toad. It's more deterring. Now let's stick with the rabbit. So if we get one task completed, especially if it's one that we dislike or avoid and procrastinate for, that means one rabbit is freed. Alternatively, if you eat one toad today, you will only need to eat one toad tomorrow. If you don't eat one toad today, tomorrow you will need to eat 2 toads because another toad will pop up. The day after, you'll need to eat 3 toads, etc. And that will put you off because you don't even want to eat the toad in the first place. Why would you want to eat multiple toads? Do your tomorrow self a favor and eat one toad today or free a rabbit, so you don't have to do something unpleasant twice over the next day. Remember the tangents, rants and enthusiastic speeches of the day. You also have an activity priority matrix. Prioritize your time on what matters most. So again, draw up a 2x2 table or 3x3 if you're including headings. Label the top headings as low effort and high effort, and the ones on the heading on the left as high impact and low impact. So activities of high impact and low effort are the most attractive projects, giving you a good return for relatively little effort. We call them quick gains or wins. Activities which are high effort and high impact are those things which need advanced planning and research. These tasks have a high impact on the end result but take way more time to accomplish. These tasks are major projects. And I say that these are the ones where slow and steady wins the race because they're long-term projects. We then have low effort and low impact. We need to ask ourselves or yourselves, why are you doing these? What are your initiatives? Because these tasks are called fill-ins. As the name suggests, you use these tasks to fill in your time. These tasks require low effort for you to perform, but they also have little impact on your final results. Only perform these tasks if you have the time available after working on your quick wins and major projects. If you must personally complete it, do so at a later date or time and schedule it in. Otherwise, consider delegating these tasks if possible. And finally, we have the high effort, low impact. Avoid these for now. They give low returns and they consume time which would be better used elsewhere. These tasks are classed as thankless tasks. They are not priority. Leave for a later date or eliminate if possible, as it's not worth the time. Give these matrices a try. Here are blank templates for you to screenshot or copy. I hope it's of benefit, inshallah. To end, I will share this quote. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities.